Welcome back everybody, I am back here again with Lee Kennedy as Senior Formulation Chemist, and today we are going to be talking about two exciting new products we're about to launch. Ceramic Sealant, that's our version 4, and our C3 Hydrocoat. So we'll talk about the Ceramic Sealant first. Lee, this has been around for a long time, hasn't it, Ceramic Sealant?
Yeah, so as we say, this is our fourth version of the product, so we've had various iterations. C3's been in the market for a long time. So what we've done here, we've looked to improve all the characteristics we previously had. So with a product like this, you are looking for water beading, cleanability, a nice slickness of finish.
And an ease in application as well.
Ease of application as well, very important, yeah. So they were all the different characteristics we were looking to improve when we were developing V4.
Cool. And in terms of the actual product itself, you're kind of now into I guess the changes you're making and the results we're getting, they are a lot smaller, but we're still making big step changes with regards to the product. So can you give people a bit of an insight in terms of how much better this is than the version 3? Because the version 3 was really a great product, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, well, it was a good product. We actually spent a long time developing this, and we looked at lots of different technologies and different ways of improving, simply because we weren't seeing that significant uplift. So what we have seen is it's around a 7% improvement in cleanability and about a 4% improvement in water beading. So overall those two benefits together has given quite an uplift in performance. Also, the ease of application, the slickness has been improved. So with our products as they are, we see them as being very good, very high quality. So improving one characteristic by a significant margin is difficult. So we always try and improve several aspects of a product, which we've managed to do with this, and we've got really good results with it.
So we've taken a great product and we made it even better. So
yes, yeah, on all fronts as well. So it's an overall improvement. Yeah.
And in terms of the way Ceramic Sealant works, applies, nothing's changed, has it? You still...
No, in essence, still exactly the same product. So it can go on wet, it can go on dry, it can be used as a drying aid.
So when we talk about a drying aid, that's almost when your car's been rinsed and the car's wet, you spray it on and wipe it off.
Literally as you're drying the car, you can spray it on at this stage, which is just going to help the water bead up and get pulled into the drying towel. So you're not smearing water around the surface, it just dries the surface more efficiently.
And a question we commonly get asked now is, can it be used on coated cars or can it be used on uncoated cars? Are there any limitations to what it can be applied to?
No, this is both coated and uncoated. So on an uncoated vehicle, you're going to see that really big uplift in water bead, and that's the first thing you'll notice. But you will also get the cleanability, so your car will stay cleaner for longer and it'll be much easier to clean when you come around to washing it. On a coated car, you won't notice that much difference in the beading because the beading's already present. But what this will do, it will just prolong the performance of the coating and enhance everything that's happening.
So I guess this is key part to ongoing maintenance. If
yes,
you've got a coated vehicle,
exactly,
using this will just help to prolong that coating that's already on there.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's Ceramic Sealant, a solid product in the line. The excited piece here, and the one that we're all super excited internally is about Hydrocoat. Slightly different in terms of the way it works with Ceramic Sealant. So do you want to give people a little insight as to how it compares with the two?
Yeah. So people like to get confused over these two products, which is something we don't want. We always want our customers to understand why the different products are in the range and how they work, because the end result is pretty similar, pretty much the same in fact. But what you have here with Hydrocoat is that this is a product that you can spray onto a wet panel, so after you've washed it, and then you rinse it off with a pressure washer. And that is going to give you instant beading. You'll see this straight away, especially on an uncoated vehicle. And the cleanability and the reduction in dirt buildup, etc. The advantage of this over this is that this is much easier to apply. The advantage of C2 is that you'll get better durability. So as with all G-Technic coatings, the greater durability you get, the longer it's going to last, the more involved application is going to be. So this is by far and away the easiest of our products to apply, but you get slightly less durability. But I'll say that it will still last for around 3 months for fairly standard use, and that's been tested throughout a British winter around the Northamptonshire roads that we know ourselves are not the best.
Terrible.
Well, fantastic for testing cars in, but not good for keeping your car clean. So yeah, so it's still got good durability, but the durability isn't as long as it would be with C2.
Yeah.
But it is quicker to apply. So you can go around a whole car in under 5 minutes. You don't need to touch the car as you're doing this. You simply spray it on, rinse it off. So very quick, very easy. It might be something that you could potentially use every wash if you wanted to and keep topping up, or you could just apply it once every 3 months.
And the thing that I noticed with this is the change you get from an uncoated or an unwaxed or unpolished vehicle versus applying this. The beading you get is instantaneous.
It's instantaneous.
Yeah.
You won't see it. Well, you would get the same with this, but because you're kind of drying the car as you do it, with this, because the car is wet, as you spray the products on the surface, the water will actually start to bead straight away. And then as you rinse it off with a pressure washer, you'll see all those beads rolling off. And it's quite an impressive effect. It's quite an enjoyable thing to see when you're maintaining your car.
Now, there are some other products out in the market that have in a similar sort of function or have a similar sort of function as a hydrocoat, but we've actually looked at this and we've actually done some pretty good enhancements and made the product really outperform those other ones. Can you give us a little insight in terms of how different it is from what's out there at the market at the moment and the market leaders?
So what we looked at primarily was performance. As with all G-Technic products, performance is key. So from that, we wanted the best water beading, the best water repellents, which will give the best all-round dirt repellents and maintain cleanability. The downside of a product like this is because you aren't spreading the silicons around on the surface, there is a chance you might get some staining and some streaking with a product like this.
But that's no different to products that already exist on the market. That's
no. Well,
this
is the issue that we looked at here. And obviously you can dial back performance to reduce streaking, but that's not something we were prepared to do. So we looked at some different technologies and some silicon technologies from different industries outside the car care world. And what we managed to do is maintain that level of performance, but actually increase the surface wetting and spreadability of the product. So we've reduced the chances of staining down to an absolute minimum. So we feel we've got the best performing product with the minimum chance of any staining or any unwanted issues with this product. So we're really happy with this. We think it's a fantastic product that the customers are going to love.
And in terms of sort of percentage, how much it is better percentage-wise versus, the competition at the moment, can you give us an insight into how much better it is?
All-round cleanability with durability taken in, compared to the current best products in the market, is about 30% uplift.
So that's huge. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
massive. So essentially what we've got here is we've got a product that is 30% better in terms of that dirt repellency.
Yes.
And actually better in terms of how it applies and
better application, better durability, better water beading. Every function, like I say, there's a huge uplift on anything that's in the market. So we spent a long time developing this, and this actual formulation was signed off about 1.5 years ago, but we've spent 1.5 years applying it to cars, doing field testing, using our accredited network as always to get their feedback. It's all been positive, it's all been good, but we've done all this secondary beta testing just to make sure that this product performs as well as we know it will.
And then in terms of, again, coated, uncoated, I'm assuming this product is compatible across any type of paint
Yes,
finish?
yeah. What we wouldn't advise it for use on matte paint.
I don't think either of these would be suitable.
No.
But definitely not hydrocoat for matte.
Yeah, definitely not hydrocoat for matte. But coated, uncoated, yes, that's absolutely fine for.
And I guess it's a similar sort of scenario, is it, with the hydrocoat on a coated panel? If you've got EXO or Crystal Serum Light on top, you've got that incredible beading from the EXO, so it's not going to necessarily make the beading that much better.
Yes, yeah, you won't see the effect that you get on an uncoated car, which is, when it goes from being completely flooded to beading straight away, because the beading's already going to be there. But again, this is just a good maintenance product for a coated car, or it can be the standalone on an uncoated.
So again, a great product to have as part of your armoury. I don't think it's an either or. I think they kind of have their uses, and you
could use either. We see hydrocoat being especially good in winter months when you're not wanting to put the time and the effort in, that you just want to get the car clean, maintain it, and then get back into the warmth. But potentially, if people could use it all through the summer, etc. And yeah, so you could have both in your arsenal, and just depend on use.
Great. Well, there you have it. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you've got any questions, just pop them in the comments below. We'll see you soon.